Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Is anybody out there? Remember that song? Pink Floyd. Oh, what a band.
Welcome to the Ashes to Rubies conversational podcast on life and recovery and so much more.
So much more. So much more. It is Friday. We're going into the long weekend. This is typically called May 2-4 weekend. Literally called May 2-4 weekend. That's
only by the alcoholics.
Do you think?
Oh yeah.
I don't think you should cast judgment upon all of my
Just
friends,
partiers and drinkers,
wherever they are.
Partiers and drinkers.
This weekend is Canadians,
This weekend is actually known as Victoria Day weekend.
Really?
Yes.
No, it's known as May 2-4.
No.
Who has not finished work, grab a case of beer and a pack of hot dogs and went camping for the weekend in hopes that there would be shelter, that somebody was wise enough to bring that?
I believe you dragged me one time, or I went one time mistakenly thinking it would be a good idea.
Yeah.
And I was so miserable and so cold. It was horrible.
It's always...
You people sat there and drank all weekend. It was awful.
We had... Yeah.
I just called you people. I'm sorry.
You people.
But who does that?
Yeah, that's the things that we do. We do drinking activities. Like, I don't think very many sober people go camping on May 2-4 weekend because...
we have a friend who's going. But the people who do go camping on Victoria Day weekend, they go prepared. They go with layers, and they do lots of activities.
Or they have a case of beer and a pack of hot dogs. Like those, I don't think many sober people go camping in this weather because it is a lot colder than you would think. Like,
I warned our friend who's going camping this weekend.
I know we don't have our furnace on, nor should we, but it is, I think, 10 degrees outside.
Do you think it's warmer up by Lake Huron?
No, it's colder.
Because our friend is going camping by Lake Huron, and I was like, I hope you...
It's 19 and a half.
Layers?
19. No, it'll be way colder. It's 19 and a half degrees in our house, no heat, and it's 10 degrees outside. So if you're in a tent, it's not going to be 19 degrees. It's going to be 10 degrees in the tent. And so it's a whole different type of survival.
I hope that either...
Karen's on. Hi, Karen. May 2-4 Newfoundland is always miserable.
I'm sure it is.
I wanted to talk with a Newfoundland accent.
Don't do it.
No, I won't. I just talk with a redneck accent.
We have our new life.
We have our new life that demands warmth and shelter and real food.
So we're kind of like princesses now. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
In memory of your May 2-4s gone by, we could roast some hot dogs.
No, I don't want it. I want to go for pogos or something. I want to go for Korean hot dogs. Oh my goodness. That's good, by the way. Ramen noodles on a hot dog.
All right.
Good idea.
It's your turn to read. Is it your turn to read or my turn to read today? I don't even know what day it is.
Well, I hope everybody has a safe May 2-4 weekend. Forever it will be May 2-4. I think it's very Canadian to say
Happy Victoria Day.
Happy Victoria Day.
John is going to take me to the fireworks.
Oh, the carnival's in town. I saw the carnival. They were building it. I would not go in there for free hot dogs. Like, those rides have been sitting for 2 years. Those rides, I don't think were that safe to begin with. There was a lot of rust on those rides. You don't think those guys could have painted things while they were... Anyway, I'm digressing. It is May 19th.
You don't think it's safe? I want to take the children.
I don't think it's safe on a year where they're doing it 50 times. They're crickety and crackety and like it's not like Wonderland. Like go to...
I love the carnival.
Go play games. Go gamble with the kids. So show them how. Shoot some darts at balloons. Like, where do they come up with these games? I never win. I did win once in Wonderland, but I won 3 big stuffies. Big ones, as big as me. 3 of them. I had to carry them around all day. It was the fish bowl. The fish bowl ping pong ball. I won it. We won 3. That's incredible.
I want to take the children to the carnival.
Yeah, take them on like they're 5 and 3. Like, so the tilt-a-whirl, they'll pee their pants on. So I think that's safe enough, but don't go on the zipper.
Okay.
Don't go on the.
All right, we got to get going. Get reading.
Thing. Vicky, we'll talk. Oh yeah, let's meet at the carnival. The carnival. Oh, okay. It is May the 19th. The newcomer to Al-Anon. So that's
actually May the 20th.
No.
Yeah, we did that one yesterday. The what?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Why am I reading it?
I was gonna let you read.
You're the evens.
Fine. It is said in AA that the alcoholic who concentrates on the study and application of the 12 steps is bound to make good progress in the program. That is just as true for us in Al-Anon. We too need to spend some time each day contemplating the marvelous light with which the steps illuminate all our human problems. Neither alcoholic nor non-alcoholic limits their aspirations to sobriety alone. That is only the beginning. The steps are a guide to total good living. As such, we would deprive ourselves of a precious boon in not realizing what they can do for us. Today's reminder: when I read a step and think about it deeply, I find it opens the door to new insights. When I read that same step again, it reveals new spiritual ideas. They seem to dig into our consciousness and unearth for us the wonderful potential for good in all our relationships with life. Quote, if I had only half an hour of quiet time alone each day, I would devote it to studying the 12 steps so they would ultimately become an integral part of my thinking.
Integral.
And
not even integral.
Integral.
They should be changing your thinking.
Some people say integral.
What's that called when you sign up for the academy? Like, I think of the program. So when we say program, I think people think different things. What I've come to meet in the program of a 12-step fellowship, I'm meeting so many people that have never done the steps or kind of have done them, and there's no real recipe that they followed, and they're not really giving other people the recipe. The point of the program, just like the academy, is to enter into a new life. And so the point of the point of the program is to do the 12 steps and enter into the spiritual life.
So I think you made a big distinction, because what I read here is that they're suggesting we take some time each day to read a step and reflect on it. But what we can actually do is we can actually practice this. Like, we can actually do the step. We can actually put into practice what is actually being talked about in that step. And that's a big distinction.
I'm really understanding the steps.
And that's actually a big distinction if you're talking spiritual life, if you're talking Bible, if you're talking church. We can read the Bible, but not actually do anything.
You can read about love, but it doesn't mean that you're doing love.
And yeah, it doesn't mean that you're practicing love. And it doesn't mean that your Facebook comments are loving.
I think the real way to be loving is to receive God's love. And the way to receive God's love in the program is to do the steps. That's the point of the steps, is so that you can have conscious contact with God. And that's the point of it. That's the point of going to these. That's the point of getting involved in a 12-step fellowship.
I do actually. I do actually really think that I think this is an excellent reading. I think actually that I really appreciated that, none of us should limit our aspirations to sobriety alone. People from the outside can get hung up on the fact that, like, oh, those guys, like, they're just against alcohol. They're just like, this is fine for them, but, they think I shouldn't be drinking, or, and that's not what it's about. Like, we're not against alcohol. This isn't, everybody needs to quit drinking. But is there an area of my life that is unmanageable? Is there an area of my life that I'm like, I want to hide it away I want to tuck this piece away because it's like embarrassing or out of control or, unmanageable. And I need relief and I need help.
Well, the unmanageability comes in here. Like, so am I powerless over? And I think that's really understanding the steps and really reflecting on them. and doing them, especially in a context of step 10 and 11, that's where I do my life. That's where I get my life out of. And no.
Oh, I was just trying to silence it. Sorry.
It's not me, it's you.
Oh, it's me. Oops.
And so if I understand step 1, I can look at every problem that I come up, and every problem comes from, like, there might be an outside circumstance, but there's something happening inside. And I can go like, I'm powerless over this. And so every problem that I have, I can reflect on a step 1 solution and go like, okay, I'm powerless over this, and I need to bring God into this. Maybe I'm leaving God out of this.
That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you.
Explain, articulate.
That's what I was trying to articulate. And I think for me, the big realization was like, I'm not emotionally sober. Like, I could grasp the concept of like, somebody who has a problem with alcohol or drugs, they don't want to do that substance anymore. They want to be sober. They want to be sober-minded. They don't want to be getting intoxicated all the time. When they think that they're just going to pick up milk, they want to have like some sanity in that area of their life. And that's how I feel.
There's so much depth to the spiritual life just in the steps, because the steps is about me and God, that relationship. And I can't have a relationship with you if I don't have a good one with God. And so that's entering into the spiritual life. And then we get into these traditions. And like there's more in the traditions than there are in the 12 steps, because the traditions are, how do I live with community? It's phenomenal. Once you start digging into that, it's 165 pages. There's so much in those pages. It's like, I think it's the Bible for dummies. That's why I get a lot out of it. And it really enters us into the spiritual life, living life out of the Spirit of God. And then I do the spiritual activities. So it's like entering into the academy and becoming something that you were never. Amen. All right, let's go crush Friday. And we should have a hot dog today. And I think you're right. Celebration of the memory that is dead.
It can't be like, it needs to be a roasted hot dog. Like
roasted.
Yeah. Can we roast hot dogs over our little
I think we have
fire pit?
We should have a hot dog party at our house. All right. Much love.
Happy weekend.
Happy weekend. We will see you. Be safe on this Victoria May 2-4 weekend. Keep the peace, be of good behavior, and we'll see you sometime.